Are you brand new to Wargaming and unsure about the difference between rule sets and supplements? Now you might be thinking, what a silly question. How can anybody not know the difference between a rule set and a supplement? Well, here's a true story from my experience to explain exactly why this video is important. Now, not long after I got into Wargaming, I was in a local bookstore looking at the military history books, and I spotted this book here. Now, the artwork and the pictures of the models inside caught my eye, and I thought Imperial Romans might be a game that I'd like to get into. So I bought it. And when I got it home, I had a look through trying to learn how to play the rules. And what I couldn't find was any rules themselves as to how to play this game. What I didn't realise was this is a supplement. And it's a supplement to this game, Field of Glory. And until this day, I still haven't ever played a game of Field of Glory. And I've never used this book. And really, I should have known the difference between a rule set and a supplement, but I didn't. So today, I'm going to be telling you the difference between a rule set and a supplement. So as I mentioned in my last video concerning what items you need to have to start wargaming, rule sets come in all sizes and shapes, and they cover various different periods as well as genres. And I brought a couple here just today to show some of the examples. So we have Dead Man's Hand, which is sort of a Hollywood style Wild West game. I've also got Battle Group, which is a World War II platoon level game. And I've got Black Powder, which is essentially a set of rules covering the entire Black Powder period. Now, these are examples of rule books. So what do we expect to see in rule books? So first of all, we'd expect to see elements within the book which tell us about items that we need to play the game, such as maybe cards or tokens. We'd also expect to see a section to tell us how to play the game. We would also expect to see plenty of the core mechanics explained within the book. For example, this part of Battle Group rulebook is about suppressing fire or area fire. We would also expect to see maybe some example scenarios or army lists that we could use to play. This one here is a fight in the Napoleonic era within the Spanish Peninsula, and it comes with orders of battle and a scenario explanation as to what we are looking to achieve and how to set up the table. And finally, we might also find something called a quick reference sheet. Here is one from Battle Group, which has been taken out of my book, and this essentially is a quick guide to all the core rules that you need to know when you're playing, and this one is double-sided. So if that's what we get in a rule set, then what are supplements for and why do we need them? So supplements are additions to the rule sets. The supplement essentially gives the author the opportunity to go more in depth into a particular period or theatre that they are aiming towards. So for example, this is the Battle Group supplement Operation Market Garden, and this looks specifically at the operation. It has themed lists and special rules around the period when Operation Market Garden took place. And so if you're looking to play anything in the Arnhem or Operation Market Garden part of the war, then in the Second World War, then this is the supplement for you. Now, with more generic rules like Black Powder, which cover hundreds of years, it is much more difficult for an author to fit in lots of specific scenarios about a particular period or rules and army lists for that period. So here is an example of a Black Powder supplement. This one is Rebellion, which covers the American War of Independence. And this is really good if you're interested in that particular conflict because it gives you scenarios and army lists specific to that period or that conflict, and therefore you can be more in depth with your games of Black Powder than just using what's in the core rulebook. Now, sometimes with supplements, it's not so much specific to a particular theatre or a period, but it's more of a themed supplement. So, for example, this supplement, the Good, which is for the game Dead Man's Hand, is themed around those factions which are deemed to be in the cinematic world more good. And that's what the supplement contains. It contains several faction lists for the good factions, and it also has some additional scenarios as well. So hopefully that gives you a better understanding of the difference between rule sets and supplements. Remember, rule sets have the core mechanics of the game as to how to play it, possibly some example army lists and scenarios, and supplements are more themed or specific to a particular conflict or theatre, and they will have more themed lists, scenarios, and special rules specific to what the supplement is focusing on. Now, one of the elements of wargaming that really appealed to me when I first started the hobby was the idea of refighting historical battles and seeing if I could do a better job than the commanders at the time did. Now, if you're like me, then check out my video this coming Sunday, where I will be refighting the Battle of Arnhem Bridge and seeing if my result turns out any different than that of history. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.